anything because it's a pretty kind of intense class today. I might also use it for training purposes as well too in the future. I might pass on to some of my teachers. So Landon, thanks for being prepped as well too, standing up, which is good. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions when we start here, just so that I can find out as much about yourself as I possibly can. So, and I heard that you're roommates with Matt.
Yes, he's next door, in fact. We live across the hall from each other.
Very good, very good. Say hello to him for you, mate. Great, he's a great guy to work with. Now, firstly, Landon, is Landon your first name or is Kirk your first name?
Landon, yeah.
Okay, beautiful, good. I was just wanted to make sure with that. Landon, first and foremost, have you had singing lessons before?
Yes. So I saw one of your old students, David Burnham.
Oh, yeah.
Seen him for a couple of years. I just recently stopped.
Yeah.
But he's the only person I've sort of seen in sort of late 2018. I started seeing him.
Okay, so how many lessons do you think, or how many months or years do you think you had with David?
Probably about a year and a half, I would say. Once every fortnight to once every month usually.
All right, beautiful. Do you play guitar or piano, Landon?
No.
Do you write songs or lyrics?
Yep. Actually, I sing in a band. It's doing all right at the moment.
Okay, so you're the lyric writer and you're the lead singer.
Yeah.
All right. What's the name of your band, Landon?
It's called Bad Love.
I actually seen. I swore that I seen I think I seen an ad for you guys on Facebook playing Stay Gold. Is that true?
Yes.
You guys playing Stay Gold?
Yeah, that was the first show back after the big lockdown in November. Yeah. We did 2 sold out shows there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were actually supposed to do one this weekend, but it got cancelled as well. They were both sold out as well. So.
Good marketing. Whoever doing your marketing is good, because I didn't even know of you, hadn't heard of you guys, but I seen it on Facebook because it was on my in-stream marketing on my Facebook. And you got a very specific logo, which is the writing was nearly very similar to to Dream on Dreamers, Heartbound kind of like that, with that. Yeah, so that's what actually caught me. It was like that logo, because I know Dream on Dreamer were meant to be playing the corner, I think, this weekend.
We were supposed to be on that.
And I seen your thing fly, and I actually stopped and I looked at it and I'm going, who are these guys? So good marketing. Who's ever doing your Facebook in stream thing, they're on point, because they're obviously going to people that are interested in that genre. Okay, now, obviously, so your genre, can you just tell me what genre you're doing? I've got a fairly good guess, though, about what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess I'd call it more alt rock, sort of metalcore. It's mostly singing with a little bit of screaming to it as well.
Yeah. Are you the lone singer in the band?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of the guitarists do the backups as well, but yeah, so I do most of 90% of it, yeah.
Okay. Now, with your 90%, Landon, can you tell me how much of that is clean, how much of it is, I don't know, husky, and how much of it is brutal? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but if you can give me a percentage out of 100.
I'd say 85 would be singing, clean singing. I'd say the 10% would be screaming, brutal. Fucking screaming. And the other one would be, harsher sort of singing, I guess. Pitch yelling sort of stuff.
All right. So the other 5%. Okay. All right, cool. Landon, what are the specific points that you want to focus and work on with your singing lessons?
I've actually written them all down.
What?
I've noticed some problems doing this because obviously I haven't been singing for too long. I've only been singing for 2 years. I've noticed some problems that I can't really get over.
Yep.
Most of the stuff is written very, very high, sort of 4th octave, 5th octave, sitting around there. I find that I'm pulling my chest up way too high and not being able to get into that mix properly and let it thin out. And that also, with my live shows, I get tired very, very quickly, and I've got, days to weeks of recovery. Honestly, there hasn't been a prac or a show where I haven't felt some sort of raspiness after. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but my stamina is something that's very low, and I think it's to do with just singing up way out of my range and not being able to do it properly or correctly.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So before we move on to if there's more on the list, that's cool. Can you send me 2 files or 3 files of your songs to my email? Okay. That would be great. And yeah, I'm going to run through today a scale, just your unforced register. I'm going to find out what you are. I'm going to hear your keys and the music that we're doing, and we're going to work out a game plan. I can't answer that question right now. Yes, the keys could be too high. I'm not quite sure. We have to work out your technique because everyone is a certain area in their voice.
Yeah.
But I've got a few guys here. I'm not quite sure whether you can see them. Dead Letter Circus and Closure in Moscow, particularly those 2 guys, they sing right up in their higher range. Yeah. So with those 2 guys, they do at least 2/3 of their practice in the top third of their range because that's what they're using in the shows. So it's the same thing. Don't be scared to tune down as well too. No one's going to notice that you're tuning down. If you tune down semitones, it'll probably make the world of difference. But let's see how we go because ultimately, like right here in front of me here, I've got In Heart's Wake, and in 2019, they toured for 10 months of the year. Yeah. They only had 2 weeks off between Europe and America, another 2 weeks off between America and Europe again. Then they went back, and then they did nationally here twice. One to start once at the start of the year, once at the end of the year. Yeah. That was a really good case study to get both Jake and Kyle to do that. Particularly Jake, who's the screamer there. And it's not just doing that; it's also doing meet and greets, after shows, radio, and during all that time as well too. So speaking is a big thing. I need to work it out. I need to see what you got. I need to see your keys, and I need to see your technique as well too. Yeah. So we'll be doing that here today. More so next week. Fingers crossed we can be in studio here as well too next week. Yeah. Okay. Are you guys a Bad Love? Are you guys signed through Unified?
No, not yet. We're fairly new. But the ball. I mean, everything's been rolling very, very quickly, and we've got a fair amount of streams on Spotify, and it's looking like it's shaping up to. I mean, Triple J have got us backed as well. It's one of the 10 bands to look out for 2021. So it's all like pretty overwhelming. So yeah.
As you know from Matt being in the Hellions,
yes.
Triple J make or break careers. That unfortunately, I wish there was someone else nationally like Triple R. I wish Triple R went nationally, or someone like that to give Triple J a run for their money. But hopefully something like that's going to happen very shortly. Anyway, let's keep it going. Besides your higher range, is there anything else that you want to focus on?
Yep. Mouth shapes and vowel shapes. I've heard this for the last 2 years. I have no idea what's what. Even Marcus Bridge from Northlane, he worked with us in a lot of our songs as well. And he said, after recording me and being in the studio, he said, this is something you need to work on, is your mouth shapes and vowel shapes. I have no idea still what exactly that is and what shape should be for what sound.
Cool. No problems. Yeah, just over here as well too. Again, I'll focus on vowel shapes. That's them all there. I'll definitely be working on that. Again, I need to see what you're doing as well too. So, but your mouth is your articulator of your sound, and I'll just tell you right here and right now, you can only sing 5 vowels. You learnt them in grade prep. A, E, I, O, U. E, C, Ha, Sol, U. You can't sing a syllable or a consonant. You can't sing P. P, run straight to a vowel of E. T, again, so they're your main mouth placements. Don't worry, I'll go over that. Next week when you come in and ask me for a vowel chart, if we're still in lockdown like this, I'll send you a photo of 2 vowel charts that I've got next week, because we'll start on that. Okay, cool. Anything else?
That's most of it.
All right, beautiful. Good. All right, excellent. I'm going to just talk to you about registers that we're going to talk about in class, because a lot of people mess them up, and especially Big Wave Dave that you went to, he might be doing something contradicting. So your lower range that you're probably not using that much, okay, is, yeah, wise men say. My chest is resonating and vibrating. As soon as I move out of this register, wise men say, you can clearly hear the sound in the register change, and we have an artificial voice which is falsetto. Wise men say, false voice at the top. It's not head voice. Head voice is a lighter area, weaker version of your true voice. Wise men say. So Sam Smith really brought head voice back in, so you can hear the difference. Wise. Head voice, falsetto, wise. Middle voice, wise. Okay, so just so we're on the same track there, okay. So they're your 4 registers. We're predominantly going to be focusing on the first 3, chest, mid, and false. Head in your genre isn't used that much, okay. I'm going to tell you what you are here today. I'm not going to tell you that you're a cool dude, but I'm going to tell you what range you are, okay. Whether you're a bass, baritone, tenor, you're not bass, I can tell that. I'm going to tell you exactly what you are. You're unforced register, okay? It's going to help you pick keys of songs out as well too. I can expand your range with technique. I'm a baritone every day of the year. Always have been. I was born, but I can sing tenor as well too. I've trained my voice to do that. Don't hurt your voice. Don't feel hot, scratchy, burning, irritated, fatigued. Put your fingers down here, either side of your larynx. That's it. Lower. That's it right there. Now speak to me, Landon. I want you to feel a lot of vibration there, bro.
Yeah.
Do you feel a lot of vibration there?
Yeah.
That's your larynx, okay? If you're feeling any pain front and square right there, you let me know. Your falsetto larynx is right up here. So I'm going to shape my true voice larynx.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to shape my falsetto larynx. We can hear it's up here. That's why the divide between the two. So your falsetto's up here.
Yeah.
True voice down here. You feel pain front and square right here, let me know. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I will also revise your breathing next week as well, so I'm going to see what's happening with your breathing, because that does. I'm here now until 10 o'clock tonight. I've got breaks in between, but my diaphragm has to work, otherwise my voice is going to fatigue. Okay. Cool. The other thing as well too, so what you said about your voice fatiguing and stamina issues is that as well too. I'm not quite sure what your workout is, but you're going to have to do scales most days, at least probably 6 days a week. Sometimes you haven't got time, a short workout, 10 or 15 minutes, but if you got more time, generally it's going to be like 20 to 30 minutes of scales and singing. That's a minimum. You can do more if you want, but stamina is a big thing. Before I run my guys up for tours and stuff like that, we start 2 months before the tour. So we bring your stamina up, run through your whole set plus 5 more songs so that you're ready to go. And then right before the tour, we bring you down a little bit to rest you before the tour, and then bang, off you go. So I'm not quite sure what your workout is, but I'm going to tell you what your workout will be moving forward now to develop 1, proper technique, 2, stamina, and then we're going to work out what keys are going to best suit your voice. If you listen to Dead Ladder Circus, their ladder stuff is actually lower. Their last album's lower than what their first album is. He's no spring chicken anymore. He would have to be in his 40s now. So ultimately, it's harder to sing like that. Okay, cool. Landon, I need you to sing a verse and a chorus for me, if you can, of one of your songs, as if you're up on stage or in the studio for me. Yeah, you can sing with an instrumental. Landon,
Yep.
it would also be good if the music was coming out, if the music was coming to an outsource so that I can hear it as well too, because I need to hear what key you're in, or a minimum I need to hear the guitar.
Cool.
All keys, but I'm sure it's guitar.
Can you hear that?
No.
No.
I can just hear that.
Well,
Just have a sing, Landon, now. I've got a basic of what it is.
okay.
And sing it as if you're in the studio or you're up on stage. I need you to sing it as loud as what you're doing. I need just a verse and a chorus.
Your Grammy's looking boring, better pucker up and pout. Another rep, you'll get a six-pack like a Hollywood cutout. Treat 'em mean and keep 'em keen, yeah, you're flexing with the men. Remember, girls ain't gonna fuck you if you're skinnier than them. If only you had a few more likes. Don't skip the channel, stick around and see what's next. If you mock yourself, one of a kind, quit marching out in time. Or it's social suicide.
All right, cool. Landon, that was a verse and a chorus, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, bro, I know that I asked you at the start clean, 85% clean, screaming 5%, 10% husky. Now, with your voice wearing out, do you think it's from the clean high or the husky high or both?
I think it's with anything I honestly just anything in the fourth octave, like the second half of the fourth octave. And I'm not forcing any rasp there. That's just natural.
Yeah.
I feel like it's my breaking point. But I also notice it's harder to breathe, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So, just from your assessment here, and from what I can see, again with these guys that sing high or whoever it is, when you're doing your scales in the future, you want to work out of your set, okay, what percentage of it you're doing in. Let's break it into thirds, man, just to make it easy for us.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of your voice you're singing your lower third of your range, your mid third of your range, and your higher third of your range? And you need to do scales to do with that. So if you're singing 60% of your set in the top third of your range, 60% of your scales need to be in the top third of your range.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we need to do. Plus, we need to get your technique. You got to watch your posture a little bit, bro. Okay. Yeah, so just watch your posture. If you don't do any sit-ups or crunches, you need to do some sit-ups or crunches, okay? Because that's where your power, strength, projection, support, vibrato, control come from. Most of your breathing is very short, man. This, I've seen this happening. You can hear it in the recording. You'll sit. It's here, okay? Now, when I've got time, I breathe through my diaphragm. I breathe through here. Watch my bottom hand, okay? So I breathe through here. Well, your breath was here. Watch how short it is and gone, and we got no power here. If I breathe through here, now hear this, I'm tightening it, yeah! Okay, so I can just tighten that, and that's where my power comes from. So we're going to really need to get it going from there. Plus, we need to work on your technique. We've got to watch your posture because we're a bit like this, okay, but we've just got to watch your posture a little bit more if we can. Don't need to be militantly straight, but yeah, straighter is definitely going to help you out. I had the same thing when I was in choir when I was young. I used to have to do arias with a book on my head because I used to do the same thing. I used to do this. The book fell off. They knew that I wasn't doing something right. You don't need to do that just yet, but just watch that a little bit. If you can do some bridges, crunches, or planks, or 3 times a week. Don't need to do a lot, but your power's going to come from there when I teach you how to properly breathe through your diaphragm. Yeah, mouth. We need to go over some mouth placements. Your mouth placements are generally working well. Sometimes they're not at all. It's like doing this sometimes. Okay, so it's not bad. A quarter of it needs to be adjusted. Once I go over the 5 vowels, after generally 5 weeks of practice, they'll all happen by themselves very, very well. So I don't think that the mouth is such a big thing. I think it's more so technique and breathing. Now, everyone has a natural breakup. Your voice is what we call overdriving, meaning it's like revving out a car. Yes, it can wear a car out, especially if it's a smaller engine. But we just want to see how we go, possibly strengthening that area up, doing it consistently with practice, and maybe tuning the songs down to semitone. Okay, so that's, if you had a gig now, I would be saying, guys, can we all tune down to semitone? Okay, that's what I would be doing. Try to tune the whole set down to semi. It will save you. Don't worry, my big touring guys, they all do it. Sometimes they go down to semi. If you watch Bon Jovi now, hopefully you won't have to, but he sings stuff so low, it's not funny because you just can't cut it. Any questions there, Landon? You want to ask me about your assessment?
No, not there. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I know what I've got to work on, and we'll be working on that more so in the future. Landon, size 3 basketball. I'll show you a size 3 basketball in the future. We're gonna need one of these in the next 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Size 3 it is. If you can't find one, you can steal Matt's. Matt's got one, 100%. But you're gonna need one of your own, obviously. If not, bring in $15 and I'll sell you one. I've got a couple here. I don't need it right away, but I'm gonna need it in a minimum of 2 weeks to go over your breathing. Okay, now Landon, let me run through a scale with you. I just want to see what we've got here. I want to passively warm your top end up before we start this. Okay, so I want to passively warm your falsetto up. So this is all in false voice. Okay, so you're gonna you're gonna sound like a girl here. Hear me. Wee wee wee. Your turn, Landon. That key.
Wee wee wee.
Now, Landon, watch my mouth. You're going to smile. You're going to smile the first note in between your ears. You physically want to feel the first note vibrate in your ears. Okay, so I'm going like this. Wee, wee, wee. Do that for us.
Wee, wee, wee.
Good. That was better. So, Landon, when you also sing, you sort of nearly do this. I'm going to do it from the side. It's nearly like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this, Landon, this is all that works for me. Watch me. Wee, wee, wee. That. See, there was no variance in the tone when I was hitting myself in the stomach because my stomach is doing all the work. It's really, really tight. If you kicked me in the stomach, you'd probably come off second best. No, you wouldn't if you kicked me properly. You'd probably win me. But if you punch me, you would. But I'm going to get through your breathing. But just smile the first note. Wee, wee, wee. That's better. Good. Wee, wee, wee.
Wee, wee, wee.
When I record this, I'm going to record it. I'll say it on the recording. When you're at home, brother, I want you to tap your diaphragm on the first note when you're at home. So when I'm doing this, you're going to be doing this at home when you're practicing at home. Wee, wee, wee. You're going to gently tap your diaphragm where your V is. That's the V of my ribs there. I'm tapping just underneath. So that's the top of my sternum, just in my diaphragm. Just a very light tap. Don't hurt yourself. This is just to activate your diaphragm more, to get less of this already happening and more of this trying to activate. Okay, I'll give you this one. Wee, wee, wee.
Wee, wee, wee.
Wee, wee, wee. Right in between the ears.
Wee, wee, wee.
That's okay. A little bit pitchy. That's okay. I'm going to record it with the scale. We're doing this scale off the scale. I'll record it on the scale. It's going to be a lot easier to do it on. Wee, wee, wee. Big smile right to the crown of the head.
Wee, wee, wee.
I'm I'm going to also do one melodically coming down. Your falsetto's all in good shape. Your voice sounds in good shape there. On the recording, I'm going to come down melodically like this. Whee! I'm going to come down smooth, okay? So you get the two variances of it. Cool. Please do that scale there, Landon, until you feel that your top range is warmed up and it's got some blood flow through it, okay? So you might want to do it 2 times, 3 times before you move to this true voice scale. That falsetto area, it's easy to sing in, okay? But this true voice area is harder to sing in, as you know. Let's start down low here, Landon. Have a listen to me. We'll start down low. We're going to work up top. Art. We're saying art in true voice now. Your turn. Yeah, Landon, I'm going to tell you a secret with singing. Less down low, more up top, less volume down low, less mouth placement, less force, okay? We need to relax your mouth a little bit here. You're going to move it more towards the top, but just here, it's just like that for me. And it's a little bit louder on the first note and quieter on the last, but not loud here. We're in your low range. Good. Now I want the first note a little bit louder, the last note quieter. You went I want bring it down. Still need that last note quieter. Let's cut it off to half the length. It's your turn. Good, good. I want you to cut that last note off. Bang. Okay, watch your pitch there, Landon. We missed your pitch on your first note. Smile it to your ears. Good. Remember, Landon, at home, you're going to tap on your first notes, man. You got to do this at home. It's your turn. That's good. That's better, because even in the recording, you go like this, like you put your whole eyes, your furrows, you grow an inch. You can see it in the camera. You sort of go nearly out of the camera like this. This is just working for me here. It's your turn. Nice. Nice. First note, Landon, in your uvula. Your uvula is the little tonsil that hangs off the back of your throat. In front of that, you've got about ½ inch of soft palate, and in front of that, you've got hard palate. Can you put your thumb to your hard palate?
Right.
Hard palate. Great. Behind that soft palate, because I'm going to be saying I want the sounds aimed in certain places. This first note, bro, even if you can't feel it, I don't care. Aim it to your uvula. And Landon, when we hit these notes, we're going to raise like a Nike logo, bro. We go like this, upside down. So I go to it. That's it, bro. At home. Use your hands. Good. Now, Landon, hear my sob. I'm putting that. It's your turn. It's as high as I'm going to take it just for now. Let's go one more. Let's try one more. It's uvula. Landon, how's your voice feeling there?
All right, I can go a bit higher.
Yeah, no, I don't want to, because it's like you're going over the top, looking into the neighbour's fence like this, man. You got to watch your posture, bro. So I'm going to take it that high for you. I'm going to record this off. I'm just taking down some notes here, man.
Cool.
I'm going to record this off for you, Landon. It's going to be on your recording, but I'm also going to send it to you on your phone, just in case something happens this recording. Don't answer me back here, Landon. This is just me, bro, like I'm giving you a lesson at home. Don't sing, just chill, okay? This is just me. Landon, this exercise is to warm up your top end. It's a wee falsetto exercise. I want you to smile the first note back into the ears. Have a listen to me. Wee, wee. Me and you at home, let's rock. Look in the mirror, Landon. Wee, wee, wee. Tap your diaphragm gently on the first note. Wee, wee, wee. Let it slide back into your ears. Wee, wee, wee. Keep it going. Keep going. Look in the mirror, Landon. Big smile, mate. 2 more, we're done. Wee, wee, wee. Throw it back there, Landon. Throw it back. Wee, wee, wee. Coming down melodically. Wee. Smoothly. Get this hand going. Wee. Still gently tap the diaphragm with the other hand, just to activate and tighten the diaphragm. Wee. Wee. Bring your volume down, bro. Bring your volume down. We're in low falsetto, man. Ed Sheeran falsetto. Wee. Quietly. Last one. Real quiet. Wee. So remember the rule of singing. Less down low, more up top. You'll hear it. I'm quite firm towards the top and very quiet down the bottom. Please do that scale until you feel that your top end is warmed up, loosened up, and feeling good. If not, keep on doing it, but then go on to this true voice scale. That's going to passively warm your top range up, is that scale there. We're going to start down low here, quietly. First note's a little bit louder than the last note. The last note's quiet. Hear me. It's me and you. Let's go. Keep it going. Little smile. Look in the mirror. Gently tap your diaphragm, Landon. Gently raising up. A little bit firmer now. We're in the middle of your range. Keep your posture relatively straight. Tap your diaphragm, Landon. First note in your uvula. First note's got to hit your uvula. Soft palate. I want that feminine sound. I want it up in your head. One more, Landon. Coming down. Put that song. I don't want to belt, man. 2 more, we're done. Bring the vibe down. Landon, I'm going to send that over to you. Okay. We falsetto 531 art. I'm going to send it to you on Skype, bro. Please download this file here, Landon, in 30 days. Otherwise, it's going to delete from Skype. Please save it to your hard drive. Landon, I need you to practice that scale with some external speakers. If you can see down here, I've got a stereo. I need some external speakers, not headphones, not phone. It's got to be live in a room. You've got to be hearing 50% of your voice in your head and 50% of the da that's being played. So you might have to ride the volume as you're going up higher in the scale. Please make sure you practice properly. That's what fold back in ears are for when we're up on stage. I want you to make sure you're practicing to a good volume, okay? Work on your technique, bro. You got to look in the mirror like a ballerina. They look at their forms and their plies and stuff. Just look at yourself. Keep yourself relatively. You can move around, but keep yourself relatively. I don't want this growing. You should go like this, like that. Okay. So that's all I want you to do this week. Sit-ups. You got a little bit to do. We're gonna bring that song in for me next week. If we're in studio, please print or write the lyrics out for me. I need the lyrics written out. If we're online next week, fingers crossed we won't be, please email me or send it to me on Skype so I can have the lyrics here when we go through it, but we're definitely going to sing next week. Any questions? No, beautiful. All right, Landon, I will see you next week. I've got you in studio I will confirm what time next week. At the moment, it's 9:30, but I'm going to try to get you in during the day if we possibly can. But I'll confirm that because I'm banged up next week.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. I need you to practice at those scales there at least 3 to 5 times every day. Once over again.
Yeah.
Cool. Don't hurt yourself if you're fatiguing. Do less. If it's really hurting, call me.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
We'll speak. We'll confirm your time over the weekend. Exactly what time.
Beauty. Thanks again, mate.
Thanks, mate. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.